I was hoping that nobody was paying attention to me, and why would they? Because I'm not the one that's in the spotlight.
Right, right.
But like, what in the actual fuck happened that day? I couldn't even tell you. And we're back. God
Zooming
damn it.
in
Zooming
one
in.
day.
What?
Zooming in from a busy time. I don't know. I was just trying to make something up to
Oh,
not laugh.
gotcha. Well, I
Yeah,
already messed that one up, so
that's all right.
it is what it is. But hey, that's who we are, and we're back for another episode for you guys.
Yes. And how have you been, my dear? Because
Busy,
I must
busy,
ask.
busy. Just very busy. There's been a lot going on.
Mm.
Just one thing after another, and I think this week I actually nope, I lied. I don't really get to relax this week, but maybe after July, I'll get a moment.
So we're shooting for August.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like.
Okay. Ooh, child.
What about yourself?
I've been all right, just living life and, looking forward to share, things in my life later in time, but
Yeah.
I'm just out here living. Kind of enjoying my new job. I partially enjoy it because
Kind
there
of.
are times where I'm like, people are dumb, but
Well, yes, very much so.
I'm dealing with them in a different capacity, so I don't mind that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. And you have like what you want. So jobs are always going to be like annoying or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's what it is
I
for that
mean,
part.
I kind of have what I want. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't have to work, but but for working, yes, I am in, as we all know, a much better place than I used to be. So I'll take it.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Um,
working from home is nice. I unfortunately hear everything though. Like,
mhm.
I had neighbors today outside arguing,
Oh boy.
and I'm just like, why are you arguing right outside of my condo? Like, you live two condos down. Go argue in
Yeah.
front of yours. And I'm like, I hope customers can't hear this because I could hear them loud and clear.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, that is so not professional.
It's not, but I think too, like, since a lot of people work from home now, that it's more of like an understanding. Like, if people hear things like that in the background, because I think, because it is more known and more common for people to work from home. So they're just kind of like, you can't dictate everything like going on around
Right.
you. So,
Right. Uh, I say that, but at the same time, like, after you deal with people, you just know, like, there's just still those people out there who don't care. Like, I really had a customer today who was just like, they left me a voicemail and I followed up with them. And I'm
mhm,
just like, oh, so, what's going on? Because they gave me some detail, but versus what I'm seeing on the computer versus what they said, something's not lining up. So I'm like, oh, what's going on? Well, I left you a voicemail. So you should know I left you a clear voicemail. So what's going on? And I'm like,
yeah.
okay. I said, well, it wasn't that clear because XYZ, and it's just like,
Mhm.
how do I still have people like this? Like, why?
Because they're gonna be everywhere. You can't get rid of them.
So that's she falls into the category, I'm sure, of someone who would not be as understanding, like,
Mm.
for the quote unquote lack of
Noise.
professionalism with the noise. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
But, and speaking of noise, sorry, because I'm gonna go into a slight tangent for a second,
Okay.
but these fireworks are killing me next door.
Oh,
Like,
it's been bad.
I've been jumping so bad because like,
Oh.
you can hear like the beginning whistle, like, phew, it like whistles off somewhere. But
Mhm.
then it's like this loud boom after, and I'm like, but I can't time it. So it just
Oh,
happens, and
right.
it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just like so loud.
Is it happening still though, or you're just talking about like on the 4th?
I know it. Once the fourth comes, fireworks don't go away.
Oh. I'm surprised to hear that by you. You would think me being, in the Bronx, it'd be like crazy, but it hasn't really been that bad.
Girl, I'm over here next to Branford. It ain't it. It ain't it.
Oh.
And I'm like, why? Like, we're all so close to each other, and it echoes off the buildings.
Yeah, that's true. I
So
don't
it's
know.
just like, ugh, we already have the airport over here. so that's its own noise. But fireworks, like, they're cool, but it's just I'm over it. Like, okay, 4th of July passed. Let them just go. Please, let them go. And
Yeah.
then depends on the time of day too. Like, okay, it's after 10 o'clock at night. You really don't need to be doing fireworks still.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I don't
And
know.
maybe it's the oldness in me that is referencing that. I don't know. But
Could be.
shit. My gosh. I'm surprised you don't have any of that stuff in your area like that.
Not like every night. I mean, obviously on the 4th it was,
Right.
extra, but that's to be expected, but I haven't really heard anything like much after that.
Mm,
So, and the ones that they do around me, they actually set off like legit like fireworks in the park. So
yeah.
it's not like those are now. And why I can't speak today. It's not those annoying like
Oh
crackling
my
like
gosh.
whistling. I don't. It's been a while since we've podcasted. Leave me alone.
Apparently. But I mean, has it been that long since you talked to?
Shut up.
Damn, girl. Yeah, no, but even like online, look all these videos that you see going on online. Like, there's this one video of this family out in the front yard doing fireworks,
Mhm.
and one firework like goes off like all crazy, and then next you know, it's just like bam, 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 bam. A whole bunch of fireworks just go crazy. Like two of the ladies go and snag like small babies, like little kids, like off a blanket.
Yeah.
There's one kid like next to a van that a firework like went off underneath the van,
Oh
and
yikes.
he's right next to it. Like the whole front yard cleared out, like everyone's scattered. And
Yeah.
thank God they did, because the way the fireworks shot through, it would have
Mhm.
shot right through where they all were sitting.
Yikes. That's
It
insane.
was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I bet too, though, people are also running because there's those fucking idiots out there that decide to have mass shootings at parades for the 4th of July. Like,
Right.
the fuck is that about?
What, like, where is this coming from?
Yeah. Fucking insane ass people. That's what it is.
Right. Because it's just how, why can't people go anywhere and just enjoy themselves?
I don't know. It's like the saddest thing in the world. And you heard about the one where, well, not really the one, but like the few people that did die that day, unfortunately. Two of them were
Hmm.
parents who brought their kids to the parade and their kid survived.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I couldn't even imagine that situation, because their initial instinct is to protect their child.
hmm and clearly they did that. I don't know,
Right.
the circumstances or, how that went down or what, but
It's
insane.
like, how is this real life right now? Like, you can't even go to a damn parade.
No, that's sad. And it's like for what? Like these young ass kids, like just don't get me started on gun control because
She gonna go off.
I don't understand it. It's just sad and people are dying for like no fucking reason. Like
It is. I
insane.
just and it's like people finally can enjoy themselves outside.
Hmm
People have been cooped up in the wintertime, COVID, things like that. Not saying COVID's gone, because obviously it's not.
Right.
But that was one thing that had people very restrained and confined on what they could do.
Mhm.
And then now being able to be outside, this is what is happening.
Yeah.
Like, I get being excited, but like, why are we killing people for
I don't
no
know.
damn reason?
He doesn't even know. And why are your from what I've heard, why are your parents like the ones who are buying guns for you and stuff? Like what is your purpose? And those kinds of guns at that. Like that's not even just like, oh, we've been to like, the range or whatever. Like I don't
Girl,
know, it's just insane to me.
I don't know, but it's it's so crazy that happened. And then, with was it this month is parental bereavement month, where
Mhm.
parents lose their children, and this is the opposite. This child is literally in the same boat as us,
Yeah.
where, I mean, unfortunately, his is a double whammy.
And so much younger. Like he's not
Right.
gonna remember
Understand it,
anything.
remember them. Yeah.
Same.
It's like he's completely robbed,
Mhm.
completely robbed,
And for what?
and stupidity. And I really, truly hope that however his life progresses, is that he's blessed in every way, because that is literally the saddest thing.
It
And then
really
to
is.
like, I couldn't imagine being like he was like two. He's like two.
I think so, yeah.
Could you like being that small, strangers come and snatch you up and you're just confused, you're just with your parents and your parents aren't operating in a way that you're used to them operating, and then someone snatches you up and
Mhm.
you're just with strangers at this point until you can get back to family members.
Yeah. Like, I just ugh, like,
It's just
that's
a
the
lot.
saddest shit, like, I've heard. Like, when I heard that story, I was just like, "What in the world?" Like,
Right, right. And you know me, I'd be like the last one to be up to date on current events.
I know. So I'm
Mm,
surprised you heard about this one.
so unintentionally. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's terrible. So, I don't mind the 4th of July and fireworks, but that that was a whole nother level of
Yeah, because
just
now people
chaos.
yeah. People can't go out and do anything these days, like
Right.
parades, school, like grocery shopping, like
And they just developed so much trauma from that.
hell yeah, I can't imagine, like, watching on the news and stuff and being because like, I go extra, like, deep and, like, ingrained in all the stories and stuff, but it's like, I can't imagine actually, like, being a part of one of those situations.
Yeah, same. I
Like,
really couldn't either.
thank God people in New York know better because stuff like that just wouldn't happen in New York, there's no way.
Oh my gosh. You know
At
what I
least
say?
the city, I mean.
I say no place is safe. I don't give a damn where we're at
Yeah.
because we don't know where these people are.
No,
These
you don't.
people like that are just everywhere. And I just say no place is safe. Like, hate to say it, but I'm walking around checking over each shoulder because
You have
why
to.
not?
Yeah,
Right?
you have
Why
to.
not? Survival mode.
But even
So,
that situation, nobody would've seen him on the fucking roof, like, people aren't looking
right.
up when they're at a parade,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. They're just looking at whatever's in the parade. And just to
Same.
think, I used to just be scared of the horses in parades, and now
Right.
shit's escalated. I can't even talk. I'm about to catch the U. Oh,
Whatever.
anywho, what else is going on? Because this is just so saddening. I just can't take it.
I know. Well, prayers to all the families. Our
Big
hearts are
facts.
definitely with you, and I can't imagine what you're going through, but just if you're involved or want to be involved, I'm sure they have a lot of GoFundMe's and,
For
just
sure.
make sure you look up any kind of resources you have available because if anybody was at that parade, I'm sure you need some kind of
Some kind of love and care and support.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but I mean, aside from all like the sad news, we've been going through like a lot of exciting times in, our lives and our friends' lives and things of that nature. And,
Yes.
so excited for our beautiful best friend who just got married.
Woohoo! Congratulations. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe she's a wife,
I know. How
a
crazy is
whole
that?
wife. She be
It's
talking about my
insane.
husband. My husband.
Right?
Excuse me, wifey. Oh, I feel like I'm so far behind in life now. No.
Right? I do too. I ain't got shit.
Like, what am I doing with my life? No. Super, super exciting moment. Like, that was an interesting process to get there,
Mm.
as
Mhm.
in, being a part of that bridal party. But the outcome was just so beautiful.
It was.
So beautiful. And it was like over in 2 seconds.
I right? Like, I don't even know what happened that day. It was just like we woke up, got there, and now it's over.
Right. It's like, wake up, I'm dressed, ready to go,
Mhm.
and the night's done.
Yeah, it's insane how quick it goes by. All this planning, all this chatter, and like,
Oh my
planning and
gosh. Yeah, the stress,
Mhm.
like all the emotions that come with the whole process.
Yeah, and then just boop, done.
Right. It's about to be
Insane.
like a month in, they're married. Like, what? Wait, what?
I
It's
know.
like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
how?
I don't know. I don't get it, but there's just something about fucking weddings that, like, no matter what, no matter whose wedding it is, you just
Hmm.
always shed a tear. It never seems to prevent itself from happening. Am I right?
No. I'm sorry. Oh. I'm not
You're the only cold-hearted one that don't cry. Well,
I'm
everyone,
not
our audience knows this. You don't cry. They
I'm
know
not
this.
right. I'm not cold-hearted. I'm just not a crier. That's all. Like,
Yeah, they're
I
prepared.
save it for very personal moments and not when it's like a crowd of 100 people watching our friend get married, and I stand at the front, and they're all facing us. No, playing.
You're
But
just weird.
no, I things like that just make me happy and smile
Yeah, as
because
they should.
right, because like I'll never forget her first look with her dad, and I was just
You would bring
cheesing.
that up.
I would. I was cheesing, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, my cheeks are hurting," because I was smiling so damn hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, I use my muscles to smile rather than tissues to dab my tears.
Well, that only makes one of us because I was hoping that nobody was paying attention to me, and why would they? Because I'm not the one that's in the spotlight.
Right, right.
But like, what in the actual fuck happened that day? I couldn't even tell you. I was like so just like elated about the whole situation
You
and just like,
were
she's, getting married. Like that's insane.
her baby growing up.
But like I don't like and I was good, it
Hmm.
was a great day. I had no negative, no bad thoughts, no nothing. And the minute her dad saw her
Oh man,
and he turned around and just completely fucking lost his mind.
he did.
Like,
It
that
was
poor
so
man.
cute. It was so cute.
It was. He totally just like lost it
Melted. He just straight melted.
instantly. Like he just like looked and just like completely lost it. And
Right.
as the minute he lost it, guess who else lost
I'm
it?
gonna guess her name is Cassie.
Like I just could not help myself. Like the minute I just saw him, I just like, ugh, that was really hard to watch. Just to see his
Hmm.
reaction to her was just, it was so hard to see because like, I feel like that's a huge moment for any father in their daughter's life to see them,
Absolutely.
all glorified and, about to, leave the nest, like, so to speak. And
Right.
the whole, like,
Leaving the last name.
yeah. And it just, I don't know. I think it was just something just hit me and it like really reminded me of like my dad and just like
Hmm.
knowing that like, I'm never going to have that moment. I'm never going to be able to have that experience.
Mm,
And just
that
something,
stings.
yeah, like something about the whole thing just really shattered me and like in that moment. But I was like, whoa, like you can't lose it completely here because like you're still in a wedding. You just had all of your makeup done
Mm,
and
true. Yes.
like
Yes.
you can't do this ugly crying business that you just did a few weeks ago.
Right. But
And
it makes sense though, because it's just like we've been friends for years, so you've known her dad
right.
for quite some time, you know?
Mhm.
And so like that's a whole basket of emotion for you right there. Like
Mm.
you have emotions coming from different angle because you're happy for your friend, you're happy for her dad to see his daughter to, be
Right.
taking the hand of another man, and
Mhm.
but then you have your own personal relations of where it's like, damn, I'm so happy for her, but then it's like I won't get this experience.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that shit fucking sucks. Like, it sucks. But the good thing is that you were able to see the whole picture and not kind of just wallow in your sadness about it, but you're able to be happy for them as well, even though, you know, your situation will be different. And it sucks because I can't fully relate with you on that. Like I have my mom, of course, um, but it's a little bit different
Yeah.
than like the setup with the whole first look and all that. It's totally different.
Yeah.
So I couldn't I couldn't put myself in your shoes as to how you would fully feel. But other than knowing that's a lot, like that's just a lot of emotion to take on at once. Because if I'm over here on the side cheesing
Mm.
like, "Oh my gosh, look at them," and you're happy, but then you're sad, and then it's like, "But I can't be too sad, but I'm happy." It's just
Right. It
oh,
was it was definitely a bittersweet moment and like
He cried all day, so it was like
He did, and every time he cried, I lost it. I was like, "Dad, if you don't get
right,
it together, please."
right, like, "You
Like,
taking me down
I could
with
not.
you."
'Cause even when he started walking her down the aisle, he
Oh
started,
my
like, crying and stuff, and
gosh.
I was like, "I swear to you, if you don't stop your crying, because I
Oh
can't."
my
I'm, like, doing
gosh.
everything in my power to hold my shit together.
Right.
Like,
Like, I'm trying to, like, just
what the
be
hell?
copacetic up here, and you're over here, now he's melting down the aisle, and I thought and, like, just the differences of, our experiences. Here I am cheesing again. I'm cheesing hard as shit, like, "Oh my gosh, look at that, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, oh my" and
Yeah,
it's
me
just
too.
like, once you see his emotion, you pick up his emotion and have the same emotion as him.
I did, because 'cause I'm just, like, relating. I'm putting myself in her, position, and
Right.
'cause, like, so that's probably the only wedding I'll go to, now that I'm really thinking about it,
Mhm.
that I could ever really, like, see myself in, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I mean, both your dads are white men.
Yeah,
And to just start with image of just look, right?
yeah,
When you just start with what you see, it's how could you not see yourself?
yeah. So I
You know what I
think
mean?
that's really, like, what hit home for me is because it's the most it's the how do I say this? It's the, like, closest I'll ever get to the moment of having my dad at my
Mhm.
wedding, should I ever
Right.
get married.
Right.
So, that shit was just hard, and which is also weird though, because like, I've never really been the one to think that I would get married, like, and this is,
Mhm.
like, even when I years ago, like, when I had my dad and stuff, like, I was never
Right.
that girl, um,
You really weren't, yeah.
but, like, I don't know, maybe, like, deep down, like, I really do think, like, one day it can happen or whatever, whether I want it
Mhm.
to or not.
Mhm.
Um, but, like, I don't know, there was just something in that fucking moment that really had me, and I don't even know.
It was just so authentic. Like it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah, it was. It was very real.
yeah. Yeah. Cuz even I remember her dad said something to me at some point and I can just see him like trying to recover from crying from whatever previous moment, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh." And then I was like, I have 2 dads, right? My
Mhm.
biological and my dad, and I'm like, "I don't know if either of them would cry for me like this," And it was just like, "Damn," like,
Yeah,
that shit was real, like, in the heart, so deep, like
it really was. It was just touching
oh,
to see it.
yes, yes, like, you see the love, and, of course, weddings are moments of love, and
Mhm.
it's not just the love of the bride and groom, but in general, like, the whole atmosphere is supposed to be like that, and, like, I was like, "Jesus, like, he loves the shit out of her,"
Yeah.
and not that I ever questioned it, because I was never in question.
Right. Yeah, same.
But to see it was just so, like, oh.
Yeah. And there's just something too about, like, grown men that cry in general.
Yeah.
Like, that shit just
It's
always
true,
gets
yeah.
me.
It's
So,
true.
but, like, that on top of, like, just knowing their connection, like you said, like, we've been friends for so long, and then just, like,
Mhm.
really seeing that all, like, pour out. Because like, he's not, like, an overly, like, I'm,
Emotional or
like,
m
tough
macho.
tough guy,
Yeah.
so it's like, that he, you know, might be, like, somewhat, like, emotional and stuff, but, like, to actually
Mhm.
just see him, like, completely, like, shatter,
Right.
like
And not give 2 fucks but be happy for his daughter. That
yeah,
was everything.
it really was, and that shit just
Mhm.
fucking had my heart, so severely, like,
I
if I didn't have to, like, get my shit together, I probably would've, like, walked away and just, like, really, like, had a moment
sobbed
because
in the corner,
that shit was hard, and not even
eyeliner running.
yeah, and, like, nothing in a bad way either, it was just
No.
really hard because, like, I'm never gonna know what that feels like,
Right.
ever.
And it's a happy sad,
Yeah,
you know? Happy sad, but then it's just like, who wants to miss out on that?
right.
No one, but
But also
I
too,
hope
like, I would never want to, like, fake a marriage, like, just so I could have had my dad, like,
oh,
either.
right, yeah, no.
You know what I
No.
mean? So it's like
But it sounds like you were able to live vicariously through her moment, which is nice.
I really think I was because I don't think that's something that I'll ever really be able to get out of my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a sticker for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
And
Oh.
because, like I feel like I've mentioned before, at least personally, that I
Mhm.
was just in another wedding for my other best friend,
Yep.
a month before that.
Right.
And
Yep.
I didn't have anywhere close to those reactions. Like they didn't do a first look with her dad or anything like that, but like
Mhm.
even walking her down the aisle and stuff, like he kept it together. I heard after the fact that like he went outside and like was like losing his shit like outside the venue
Oh.
and like people like, saw him and stuff. I didn't see him
Yeah.
personally. So
Right.
maybe that one was a factor, but
Mhm.
then also he doesn't look anything like my dad, so,
Right.
I
You
think
don't have that where you could put yourself in those shoes.
yeah, and, like, I've known him for a long time, but, like, nowhere
Mhm.
near as close to, um
This last wedding.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, it was just different. So, I was like, "Okay, I got through this because like, it was obviously, it's, like, in my mind, when
Mhm.
you're going to weddings and seeing these things or
Right.
whatever, but, like, I was like, "Fine." So, I was like, "Okay," it never crossed my mind that, like, any of those emotions were gonna come out of me until, like, I saw that, like, first look, and I was like, "Well, goddamn," like
Right.
I'm never gonna know that feeling. And
Oh.
that shit fucking sucks, but at the same time, it's like, I'm so excited that, like, I get to witness this for my best friend because
Exactly.
what a fucking moment to, like, be a part of, you know?
Right, and I think that's a good thing too about having friendships the way you do and, like, we do in general,
Mhm.
because when it's like you're missing out, but you're not fully missing out
Right.
because you're able to live that through your friendship.
Mhm.
It's just like we're pieces of a puzzle, as cliche that sounds, but we're really pieces of a puzzle that help put each other together and make things fit and make that whole picture work.
Yeah.
And just even going through the experiences of this year alone and with event planning and making things happen,
Whew.
like that showed it itself, you know?
Mhm.
But it's just, to me, like that's one of the best things about having the friendships that we have, because even though, like, even like with your mom and with her mom, I don't have to feel like I'm missing a mom.
Right.
Like, granted, yes, it's
Different.
it's always going to be different, but it's just like the love that's there.
Right. Oh,
It
yeah.
just doesn't, they don't allow you to feel like you're missing out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. That's the beauty of it. As much as I know it hurts, but it's nice that there's still something beautiful to it.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's true. Beautifully said, Amanda.
Mm, thanks. I try. No, I didn't really try that. I really meant that though. It's just because we've been friends for so long,
Yeah.
and it's just when you're growing up together and going through all of our different phases with each other, wedding days, I feel like aren't days that we really stop to think about.
No.
You
Never.
know, big moments like that, we haven't really stopped to think about, and or even just how our friendships are going to continue to develop. We don't even stop to think about.
Right.
We just live it out and do what the hell that needs to be done and keep it going.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think sometimes too, that's why thinking about her wedding for me is just like, she really got married?
Yeah.
Because it's like, not that I never thought that she wouldn't get married, but I just never pictured it. Like I just,
Right.
never really thought through what it would be like, and this is a new chapter for her.
Mhm.
And it's just like, oh my gosh. Then I started thinking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is she going to drop me as a friend? Because I know when you get married, things change. And, there's certain things you got to let go because people, married people live a different life than non married people. I hate to say it, but
Oh,
there's, certain things that you got to be able to deal with. And I know she ain't going to drop me, but it was just one of those where it's just like, oh my gosh, like this bitch over here stepping her game up.
I was gonna say it might be a little different if they weren't, like, acting like they've been married already, you know what I mean?
Right, for years,
Like,
exactly.
so I don't think that
Yeah.
really works in this situation
No,
because,
it's true, it's true. I know
it's
it
another
happens in
level
other
of things.
circles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're insane.
Like I said at the wedding, can't get rid of her. Like I said on the episodes with you, can't get rid of you.
No,
We ain't going nowhere, so we're all good. And it's
exactly.
really me that y'all can't get rid of, I'm sure, but I just keep saying I can't get rid of y'all.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's also just crazy too
Uh,
to think that like we're old enough to be, engaging in these like older like activities and shit.
well,
It's
I be questioning because some of these young folk be getting married at like 24, like,
I know. Like
oh
what
my
was I
gosh.
missing out on because
Right.
can't
My
imagine if
sister's
I was married by now.
my sister's grandmother just told me the other day, she's like, "Oh yeah, I had my whole family by the time I was 24, 25." Like had all her kids and a
Insane.
husband. And I was like, um,
I know. 33 over here, no kids
right.
or marriage.
But I'm just like, are you like judging me right now or something? I don't know. Because she started it off with asking my age and then telling her whole story, and I was like,
Oh boy.
um,
Well, there goes
oh,
that.
right. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, times are different, yeah. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, I'm
Yikes.
happy where I'm at right now. Thank you. Bye.
Right. I don't need a lecture. It's too late now anyway,
I
so
know. Like 25. That was we ain't gonna count how many years ago that was. Like, geez. She's like, yep, I had this one at 18, this one at 20. And I'm like, 18. I was like, oh my gosh. I was just excited to have my license
yeah, that is true.
and go to college. Like,
Right. Baby
uh,
steps.
yeah,
Hmm.
literally. For her grandmother. Sorry.
Oh well.
Anywho, so I do want to hear about um maybe we both should share how we've been doing with our New Year's resolution word.
Oh, okay. Because I was just gonna say I don't think I have anything else to talk about, but just kidding.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'll start. Um,
Great, because mine's terrible.
oh no. But so you'll be proud of me once again. I had a very huge like conflict within myself. And I had somebody so every year, we haven't had it in a couple years because of COVID, but every year at work, we always do this thing called International Day. So it's like where
Okay.
like volunteers like come together and like they cook food from their nationalities and
Oh,
stuff and
yay.
everybody like gets together and like gets to try like all these different foods and it's like a big thing.
Right.
So this lady that I work with, um, asked me if I wanted to join the like planning committee for it. And I was like, nah, nah. Like I don't get involved with anything at work. Like I literally
Mhm.
just like go to work and come home and stuff. Like it's not really my thing. Um
Sound like me. I'm done.
and I was like, yeah, I was like, I don't know. I don't really know like what that involves. Like I wouldn't really
Mhm.
want to like cook anything and like bring it and nothing like that. So I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'll think about it. Um but I kept like thinking about it and stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe it would like help like get my name out there more. Not like people don't know me already, but like, just like be more involved and stuff and kind of act more of like a leader and, do things that I feel like
Leaders do.
I should be doing, you know what I mean? Instead of like
Yeah.
always like, just hiding in the corner kind of.
Mhm.
Just because I hate interacting with people and I'm shy. So today I made the decision that I said, fuck it. And I was like, you know what? Let's just sign up for this and just see what happens.
Oh.
So I don't have an idea of what it entails. I don't know what I need to do, but I do
Mhm.
know that I'm going to be, meeting with other people on said committee,
Okay.
and like trying to like plan this, so like decorations and I guess whatever comes with this
Oh.
kind of thing. So
Wow, Cassie, showing out.
I signed up for it. Doesn't I haven't really taken the personable steps yet, but
That's a step though to sign up when you typically would look at it and be like, nope, no, thank you.
yes. So
So
we'll
that's really
see
big.
what comes with that, but at least it's the step that you know will create that
Right.
personability, as I've been calling it.
Oh my goodness. That's good for you.
So,
Because you're holding it down for us.
oh, have you not been peaceful?
Girl, I'm not at peace. So I just want to say my word might have to change to petty
Oh,
because
oh,
when I tell you, girl, girl. So we got new neighbors next door.
Okay. Wait, the ones that always did the basketball?
Nope. In
Oh,
between me and them, we got new neighbors.
okay.
And yeah. So I haven't met them yet. I don't even know what they look like. They could walk past me on the street and I have no idea. Right.
Okay.
So today there's this big ass box. So our doors are like pretty much right next to each other with like a pillar in between.
Yeah.
There's a box, big rectangular box against the pillar.
Like someone delivered something box or
Yeah, like you had a package delivered and it's an empty box at this rate.
oh, okay.
Hmm. And then there's another big, long, rectangular piece that goes to that box that is now under our vehicle parked in our assigned parking spot. So when we come out of our door,
Yeah.
there is a big ass box right there. And then underneath the vehicle is also a piece, like a flat piece that was inside of that box. Now, why is that just sitting there? You ask. I ask the same thing. So it got to the point where there was a knock on the neighbor's door to ask them to clean up their stuff.
Uh-huh.
We live right across from the dumpster,
Right.
less than 50 feet from the door to the dumpster.
Uh-oh. Uh-huh.
Okay. So, like, there's no reason for this box.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to grab it in a little bit. So you come to the door, you answer the door, and you're going to come and grab it in a little bit.
That's
But you're
insane.
at the door where the box is right now.
Right. You can't just throw it away.
And your neighbor is telling you that your trash is underneath their vehicle
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
and your trash is halfway through their doorway.
Mhm.
Hmm.
What did you
Yeah.
do?
I kicked the box. What I did was I went outside to water my garden. The box was now even further over on my side in the middle of the sidewalk.
Hmm.
So what I did was I took the flat piece, I put it against their door.
Oh.
So when they opened their door, right there, and the big box, I kicked it, and then I so now they have to use effort to push their door open to get out of their home.
Petty, petty Betty over here. What in the world is happening?
But doing that then made me feel at peace.
I can't with you. Don't start. I mean, listen, I totally get it, and I probably would have done something similar, but
Right.
don't start shit with the new neighbors because then you're gonna just start an ugly back and forth war that like
But think about it. You're the new neighbor in the neighborhood,
well, yes, I get it. I know this.
and you're just leaving your trash wherever. I haven't even met you, and you're blocking my doorway. You don't even know if I'm disabled. You don't know
True.
anything about me,
Yeah.
and you're blocking my doorway. And then for the fact that now you're personally asked by the person who is being blocked by your trash to get
Yeah,
rid of
you
your trash and you still don't do anything, you say, I'll get to it
mm.
like 5 hours ago. I just want you to know this
Was that today?
today, and it's still there.
Oh, it is. Maybe they probably haven't left their house yet.
No, someone came home because now there's a vehicle in the parking spot. There wasn't a vehicle before. So.
Oh, so it's probably not in front of their door anymore then.
No, it's in front of their door.
What it's
I made it in front of their door after that vehicle came into the parking spot.
oh, so yeah, so they haven't even left yet. So they don't know that it's there and they won't know until the morning. Most likely.
Why is the trash in the morning? I don't understand.
Because they ain't gonna take it out. We know this already. What do you mean?
So let's just say I'm going back to square one on working on my piece. And
Oh my god, I thought working from home was supposed to make you peaceful.
yeah, career wise.
Jeez. You
Not
out here
socially.
starting trouble with people. I can't with you. Get it together. We gotta work on this together. That's the whole point of this. We're
Everyone
halfway
listening,
through the year.
share your interest in on what I said. Am I wrong for that? Or would any person be a new that it has over here. Like I live in a condo association, so then you're making us look trashy.
Yeah, that's true too.
We have an image to upkeep, and you gonna be the new person in the neighborhood and just tear down the image?
Oh boy. Sure. Well, I'm not gonna
Just
give you
saying.
any other ideas.
I'm just
Hopefully,
saying. But
hopefully it'll all be thrown away and you can give us an update later.
everyone listen to Cassie because she's working on being more personable and her strides are clearly showing. And I do look forward to you updating us on your actual duties for
Uh,
this opportunity you signed up with.
all right. Yes, I will certainly keep you guys updated. And you have to
Yes.
continue to be mindful of your word of the year and get it together, please. Appreciate you.
Let's just say I would have been at less peace if I tripped over that box. So I think I'm getting there slowly but surely. I will. Anyways, do you have anything else for our listeners today?
No, I think that's pretty much all.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thank you to our listeners for always tuning in. You know, we always here for some content for you, regardless if it makes you cry, smile, laugh, maybe even annoyed by what we say because you don't agree, but that's okay because that's what makes the world go around. But we're glad that you're always here to tune in.
We sure are. So, thank you guys as always, and we will talk to you guys next time.
See ya.